Hold on to your hearts, everyone. Joe Jonas just filed for divorce from Sophie Turner a few days ago. The Waffle House singer and Queen of the North released a joint statement on Instagram saying, and I quote, "After 4 wonderful years of marriage, we have mutually decided to amicably end our marriage. There are many speculative narratives as to why, but truly, this is a united decision. And we sincerely hope that everyone can respect our wishes for privacy for us and our children." Now, as a bit of a background, these two first started dating in 2016. Sophia was 20 and Joe was 27. They got engaged a year later and then they married in May of 2019. They then welcomed their first daughter, Willa, in July 2020. And then they had a second daughter in 2022. Both of them are 3 years old and 1 year old, respectively. And according to Elle magazine, both of them signed a prenup before getting married, which basically says Joe Jonas will keep all of his music royalties and Sophie Turner will keep all of her television and film earnings if they were to get a divorce, as well as any property that they acquired before the marriage will be in their name. So the only thing these two will need to work out, according to Elle magazine, is child custody and child support. Speaking of child support, a lot of people are giving Sophie Turner some backlash because Joe Jonas's team, or a source close to Joe Jonas, released a statement saying that his 2 daughters are in his custody and have been for the past couple of months. And a lot of people on social media expressed their opinions on how Sophie Turner should be around to raise her children. However, today, some new news came out saying that the reason why Sophie Turner is not with her children is because she is working on a film series called Joan in the UK, and she's been filming there since May. And both of them actually agreed that the kids should stay with Joe Jonas as she filmed her series. A source close to Sophie Turner's team released a statement today saying, and I quote, "The girls have more support living with Jonas. She has been shooting, which is why the kids have been with Joe. It's just been easier because she's been working for the kids to be with him because there's some more support at home and on the road with his family. It's something they both agreed was best." Now, even though this news came out of the blue to the general public, according to a source closest to them, they have been at a disconnect for a while now. And I quote, "Friends could see there have been a disconnect between the two for a while, and their connection just didn't seem quite the same as it had been in the past. Joe hadn't let many people know their issues went further than that, and that they have been struggling in their marriage for longer than they let on." So it seems like their friends and family have seen this divorce coming for a while now. Now, true to their statement, there is a lot of speculation as to why these two are getting a divorce. These two have allegedly been living 2 separate lives for the past few months. Now, the first headline that everybody saw was the reason why they're getting a divorce is that Sophie Turner is a party goer and she felt trapped in her marriage and wanted to live out her youth. And at the same time, Joe Jonas, he wants to be a dad, take care of his 2 children, and take care of his band, the Jonas Brothers, while he's on tour. Now, there's another narrative that people are coming into Sophie Turner's defense that's basically saying quite the opposite of the first narrative. So she did go on the Conan O'Brien show during the pandemic, and she said this, and I quote, "I'm an introvert, I'm a homebody. If I could stay at home all day, I would, so this is great for me." So a lot of people are making this video go viral and saying that whoever put out the information saying that Sophie Turner is basically an extrovert or a party goer is wrong, because she specifically said 3 years ago that she's a homebody. Then there's another narrative that the reason why Joe Jonas filed for divorce is that he saw Sophie Turner doing something on their house's ring cam, and that was the final nail in the coffin as to why he filed. So needless to say, there's a lot of narratives, there's a lot of speculation going on with these two around their divorce. Now, in my personal opinion, the news of the divorce was a total shock. When I think about the Jonas Brothers, think about my childhood, I think about the Disney days, I think about wholesome music, wholesome people. So to hear that these two are going through a divorce is, again, shocking. That being said, it is interesting to see how all of this is playing out in the media. Over the past 24 hours, so many articles have been written about these two, about their divorce. There's one People magazine article saying that Joe Jonas stepped out for breakfast with his 2 daughters. People are coming to his defense about him being a good dad. There's a Rolling Stone article talking about how Sophia isn't a bad mom and that you're just a misogynist for thinking that Sophie Turner should have her kids in the UK while she's filming her TV show. There's a lot of different opinions about these two. I will say at the very beginning of this, when it was first announced, it made it look like Joe Jonas was just the hero dad and Sophie Turner was the party goer that wanted nothing to do with her kids. And Sophie Turner was getting tons of backlash for this. And now as more information and new sources are coming out, learning today that Joe Jonas allegedly wasn't as supportive of Sophie Turner after she gave birth to their second child. Allegedly wanted her to go out more, however, she wanted to stay home. Now it seems like everyone's coming to Sophia's defense amid all of these reports. At the end of the day, we truly don't know what happened between these two in their marriage except what they tell us. And something tells me that we're gonna get more and more headlines as this divorce plays out in the public, even if they didn't intend for this divorce to play out in the general public. Now, as my final thoughts, I was just thinking about how for the Jonas Brothers, they do pretty much have a wholesome image. When they first came out, we all knew them for Disney and for their catchy songs, purity rings, and being brothers. And when they rebranded themselves a few years ago, and especially when they released their hit single Sucker off of their Happiness Begins album, it seemed like their rebrand was not just about them being the Jonas Brothers and their music, but their rebrand also, in my opinion, included their wives. Their brand as the Jonas Brothers when they were younger was just them, but now it's the Jonas Brothers and their family. You think about the Jonas Brothers, you think about Sophie Turner and Priyanka and Danielle, and I can't help but think that that was strategic. Yes, the Jonas Brothers made a comeback and made tons of good music that re-solidified them as bona fide stars. However, I think a good chunk of why they are still as big as they are today is because of who they decided to have relationships with. And I don't think this is anything new. Of course, we have power couples all the time. Jay-Z and Beyonce, Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, Mila and Ashton. I mean, the list goes on and on. However, I'm interested to see how the Jonas Brothers image and brand will be after all of this is said and done. I still think that they're going to release great music and they're still going to be successful after all of this. However, if I am the Jonas Brothers manager right now, a part of the PR team right now, I would really be scrambling to figure out what's next for the brand. So I want to hear what you guys think about all of this. Did you guys see this coming? Were you guys shocked that these two announced their divorce? Were you guys shocked that people were saying that Sophie Turner was a bad mom? You guys think that Joe should be taking care of his two kids while Sophia is away? You guys think that the Jonas Brothers will need a rebrand after this? You think everything will be just fine? I want to know what you guys think. Comment below your thoughts, like and subscribe for some more Taylor Talks. And as I always say, guys, stay safe. See ya.